Mark here. Today we're gonna talk about moving off, but we're gonna talk about moving off faster than the last time. If you saw my previous video on moving off, you should be able to slowly get the car rolling. Probably try that a few times in a car park or in a quiet street, and then you build up your confidence and try to hit some junctions. And as soon as you reach a busier junction, maybe junction with traffic lights, you try to move off and you stalled. That really hurts, doesn't it? And it's not a nice feeling. So most likely you stalled because you tried to move off fast. And I understand that. If it was a busy junction, you tried to make it in front of someone, or even worse, if you're sitting on traffic lights and there's someone behind you, you may feel that pressure, that urge to move off quickly so you're not blocking them. But that very often leads to stalling, especially if you're not very proficient at moving off quickly. The best way to deal with that is obviously just take your time and always move off in your own tempo. But in the long run, it's nice to learn how to move off quickly, how to move off fast. And that's what we'll try to focus on today. So when you did stall, it was probably because you demanded too much from the engine without giving it enough power to cope with that demand. Sounds complicated, right? Well, to put it simple, you need more gas. If you floor the gas pedal, you'll never stall. Simple as that. It's impossible really to stall with the gas all the way down. But a word of warning, if you're gonna try that, be ready to move off with the wheel spin, because that's most likely what will happen. And also, it's massively abusive for the clutch. So again, that's not the ideal solution. But that's rubbish, right? You can either stall or move off with wheel spin. Well, no, you do have more choice, and that's due to the marvel of engineering called the clutch. The choice you have, or the control over how quickly the car is moving off, is really with regards of what you do with the clutch after you get to the biting point. If you hold it there, it moves off very slowly. If you go a little bit higher once you reach the biting point, it will try to move a little bit quicker. If you go a lot higher past the biting point, it will try to move off a lot quicker. So with clutch, you can control how quickly you're trying to move off. So how much demand you put on the engine. The quicker you want to move off, the more power it will need to cope with that. So if you really want to move off fast, you need to make sure you give him a lot of gas. That's why I said it's impossible to stall if you floor the gas. That's why you can get away with moving off without any gas if you do it really, really slowly. If you just find the very beginning of the biting point. Because as soon as you're gonna try to lift the clutch higher, you'll stall. So to move off quicker, you'll need more gas. There's a lot of possible combinations of clutch and gas that will give you good results. But be careful with using a lot of gas, because another thing may start to happen, and that is you'll be burning the clutch. And that's because clutch works through friction. And friction generates heat. So if you have two plates rubbing, or even your hands rubbing, yeah, so with the plate spinning slowly, it's fine. I'm gonna try to go faster. So how can you recognize you're burning the clutch? Well, nasty metallic smell will start to come out of the car, and that's when you know, okay, this is not good. So yeah, watch out not to add too much gas, especially if you're very gentle with the clutch and you're not moving off really quickly with the clutch. On the other hand, if you're not gonna add enough gas, well, it will stall. There's another issue that I mentioned earlier on. If you're gonna tell the car to move off really quickly by bringing the clutch really high and giving him enough power to cope with that, you may end up moving off with the wheel spin. Again, it depends on a variety of factors, like the road surface, your tires, weather conditions. So you probably don't want wheel spin either. So you end up with a narrow band of options that are just right moving off fast. You're not doing wheel spin, you're not stalling, you're not burning the clutch. So all that is good, but how will that help you moving off faster? Well, it won't really, unless you keep on practicing, 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 practicing. Because this is hard.